back. If you're new here, my name is Maria, and I share insights, tools, rituals to help lightworkers and spiritual seekers thrive in their most spiritual and best life. If you can feel it in the air, I think you'll have noticed that there's something different about today, and you wouldn't be wrong. Where I am, it is June 20th, 2025, Summer Solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. And this day is a very special spiritual and energetic day. And what you would be feeling in the air is peak solar energy, the longest day of the year. Energetically, the Earth and the Sun are vibrating at very similar frequencies, creating a magical portal of healing and connection where you can literally blend your energies with these cosmic forces and tap into cosmic energy, cosmic consciousness in a way that is not possible or as easily possible on other days of the year. As we are all part of the same consciousness and vibrating at different rates, today is one of those peak experiences days. As a liminal day, it really thins the veil between worlds. And so if you're ever thinking about a time to have a spiritual or magical ritual, today is the day. The forces are aligning and they are with you and they are powerful. The reason why I wanted to talk about solstice today, not just because of its, really magical properties, but it's a moment that I like to use to reflect on our connection to Mother Earth, to the sun, to the natural world around us. It is an opportunity to thank Mother Gaia, the living goddess that rests beneath our feet, that gives us sustenance and nurturing and abundance everywhere we look, that literally sustains life and that creates life from her womb. Humans, animals, insects, beings of all kinds, plant elements, they all rely upon and depend upon Mother Earth. And we haven't been, as a species, the best of stewards, particularly in this past century. If you think about climate change, pollution, deforestation, or the horrors that we have and continue to inflict upon one another. I think Gaia agrees right now. Taking a moment to reflect on all of the abundance, the wealth, and the support that our Mother Earth offers us, just as our own mothers have offered us, and just as we, if you identify as a mother, offer our children. It is important to show appreciation and to show care to our nurturers. Preach. Gaia's saying preach. I don't know about where you are, but where I am, it is a stunning, stunning solstice day. It is warm, but not too hot. There's a cooling breeze. The sun is shining and fields are green and lush. It was a perfect time to be alive and to be grateful. And I'm not alone, as you know, to celebrate and to be mindful of the solstice. From the Neolithic times all the way to the Romans, to the Celts, to even more recent pagan and Wiccan traditions, the solstice is an important time of recognition of ritual and of festivities. I have Greek heritage, and so I often think back to the Hellenistic period, which often calls to my soul, and think about what they would have done to recognize this gorgeous day. They would have built pyres to the sun gods, made offerings and sacrifices. They would have had feasts to share in the generosity and the bounty of the land. They would have had communion and ceremony to speak to and connect with gods, Helios and Apollo, who represent the sun, or with the goddess Gaia, or Demeter, who represents the goddess of the harvest and of fertility, Earth's fertility. These are important rituals, and not just for show, but as an opportunity to spiritually connect with living goddesses, living creatures of which we all are part, and we play a role in this cosmic dancing life. As beings of a similar consciousness, it behooves us to take a moment on our spiritual path to acknowledge this, to reconnect, to ground to the earth, and to worship our sun, which gives us the energy to survive and to live. And in this remembrance, I like to take a moment to reflect on what I know what you can do to be great and honorable stewards, to carry out this duty of care, this sacred duty of care we have for the land, for life on this planet. Because as humans, we weren't gifted with the ability to photosynthesize. It is a gift that life and Gaia bestowed upon others. And therefore, as consumers of the products of Gaia, we have a responsibility to think about how we consume, what we consume, and what care we offer to the sustaining mother of our creation. It's a moment to think about what we buy, why we think we need so much when everywhere around us there is abundance, and where we do not have. We have communities that allow us to thrive together. So I think about this time, and perhaps you think about this time as a moment to connect with your own community. Do you have people and loved ones that you want to share something with? Bake a pie from something you harvested today, or perhaps you'll collect some clover and brew a beautiful, fragrant tea similar to jasmine for a neighbor and enjoy some cookies. What are you going to do? How are you going to celebrate this solstice, this transition, letting the old, the winter, and the spring in the past, and all of those energies that no longer serve us, and gratefully and graciously enter this period of fertility and abundance, where the harvest will soon flow and where everything and all opportunities are available for us to create it. Apart from just remembrance, I also like to take this moment to be in gratitude and in ritual, and perhaps you might join me on this little ritual. If you feel called to, I invite you to, and I'd be honored if you did. So if you have a moment, and if you have some tools that you like to bring with you, if you're not able to be outside in connection with the earth, perhaps you want to take a moment, and I'll talk slowly while you go and collect your things, to get a plant, so some earth, a seed, a pine cone, a rock, a special crystal birthed from the womb of Mother Earth herself. Anything that can help you feel more connected with Mother Gaia in this moment, wherever you may be, at whatever time this may be reaching you. And while this is a ritual that is perfect for the solstice, I encourage you to do it at any point in time and to include it into your spiritual toolkit as a resource that you can go and grab whenever you feel called to, whenever your spirit is longing for greater connection with the earth, for more grounding, for more manifestation, for the setting of intentions. I think you will really benefit from incorporating this into your practice. What do you say? Ready to get started? Okay. Now I'm going to begin with a few yoga sequences in honor of the sun and earth. They will all be taking place seated, and it is for a very basic level of ability. And so if you can and feel called to take these gestures, please do. And if you cannot, please feel free to modify them in a way that suits your body and that fulfills your heart and spirit. And before we begin, just know that I'm going to be infusing Reiki into this session so that we can both connect with Mother Gaia, send each other healing frequencies, open up our chakras, and give back and meld into the earth on this one of the most potent energetic days of the calendar year. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started.